Hi, we're back. And our first guest is a beautiful young artist, and believe me, she is a fantastic artist. And I'd like to introduce Lynn Hock-Napoli.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Now, I know if you watch a lot, you'll know that we've been lucky enough to have Lynn on before, but I'm still going to ask her a little bit of things about herself because a lot of people weren't listening that time. We have a second chance. Okay. I'm going to touch your hand and say thank you for coming because it's wonderful to have wonderful artists come.
Well, thank you.
I know that I've seen your work, and I've seen some of the work that I've actually stood there and watched you do it. So that's been very exciting for me.
Yeah, thank you.
But I want to know a little bit more about you. It seems to me you have some more information about your family now, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. We're doing Ancestry.com. And my aunt, who's a librarian for many, many years, has been doing the genealogy on my mom's side. From my mom's name is Elizabeth Gay McGinnis. That's her maiden name. And we followed Gay back, which was her great-grandfather's name. And we followed it up through the lines, and we found ourselves in England. And it turns out that we're from the first line of the Plantagenets.
Oh, my gosh.
So we were like really shocked and surprised because all this time we thought we were Bavarian, German, Austrian, Swiss, and then with a little Italian on my dad's side. And come to find out that we're mostly... well, my brother is mostly English and Scottish, and it has been followed down. I'm also descended from Eleanor of Aquitaine, who is a very famous French queen.
Telling me.
Got into a lot of trouble. And her son supposedly was Robin Hood. So, yes. So that explains a lot. So
I haven't heard that one before. That's a new one.
So, but we've come down through the line, and we discovered that in 1632 we made the trip to the Great Experiment, which is now called America.
Hey.
And landed in Massachusetts and started exploring west. So I'm very, very proud of the lineage on that side. And then I also, on my father's side, I am mostly Italian Greek. And with my dad's side, which the maiden name was Paulino, we kept hitting Italy. So that's where we're at right now.
Well, that is fantastic. You're lucky when you went back you didn't find any murderers or...
Well, I don't know. There were kings there.
Oh, well, they were
murderers.
There were
five kings, and the very first one we were able to go to was King of Jerusalem and England. So that's as far as we've gotten. So, yeah, we're from the people who brought you the War of the Roses.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
But it's all been bred out of me now because now I don't want to have anything to do with war. So it worked.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And anybody, now your life, I like a little bit of information on you. When did you start thinking about art and doing that type of thing?
Well, when I started ballet when I was 3 years old. And I went to Severance here in Fresno, and then at 10 I transferred over to Claire Lasche Porter, and trained with her for many years, and danced with Dance Theater Fresno and made it to the principal level. And after that, I went into the Fresno Ballet at the time with Fred Bologna and Steve Pepper.
Wow.
And I had an injury, and I just knew that I was to a point where I couldn't go professional due to the injury, and I had to make a decision of whether to stay in ballet or to leave it. And it was a very difficult decision for me to make. And then for about 10 years, I just kind of wandered around and really aimlessly tried on many hats, as they would say. And I finally went up to my grandmother, Betty McGinnis, who was a fine artist. And she specialized in trompe l'oeil and was a signature member with the Society of Western Artists.
Wow.
Also showed at the Salmagundi Club in New York. and asked, would you please, start my training? I would love to learn how to paint. So she started me on the very basics, and that's how that started. Then this was back when I was 27 years old when I started painting.
Wow,
so, yeah.
That is fantastic.
And just kept at it. And one day I did a sketch of a figure, and I showed it to her, and she was really shocked and said, "You need to drop everything and focus on figure and portraiture."
Fabulous.
And that's what I've been doing since then.
I know I've seen some of your portraiture, and I know the work that goes into it. I'll do a portrait of pastels or something, and I just do it like in one coat. And I know that you do a whole lot of coats. You keep working,
Whole layers.
adding layer after layer, which is fantastic.
Glazing, building it up to bring the depth and the life into it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that actually is a pastel. That is Fritz Aruni, my mom's boyfriend, who's the love of her life, excluding my dad. And then this is a portrait of Henry Perea.
Oh.
Now, this is before I added the speed trade behind him. So when I will be showing it at Fresno Art Hub, it will have the speed train right behind him. So
Wow.
I added that in because that is one of his pride and joys. And I hope you will all get out and vote for him because he is running for mayor. A little plug there. So, and he actually came and sat for me for that one several times. What a gentleman, just a gentleman.
Well, it sounds like it.
This is Julie Jijian of the late Blackie Jijian, his cousin. She came and sat for me, and this was a portraiture done for show purposes.
Wow.
And it's now hanging in Shelley Morris Interiors back in Connecticut in her home. And she purchased it when she saw it.
Oh, I
And
don't
that is
blame
an
her.
oil.
That was beautiful.
This is Cabernet grapes. This was done from one of the vineyards in Napa, just to experiment and have fun with. And it sold as a Christmas gift for a client's mother.
Fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to show some more things later, but
Okay.
especially what I want to show is the portrait.
The one I bought today.
Yes, the one you brought today.
This is Diane Feisel, and she is a portrait artist back east. And I was asking if we could do a trade and do a portrait of each other. And this one is the one that I have done of her.
What a wonderful idea.
So I don't know if I've got it.
She's
there.
beautiful, but
There we
the
go.
thing,
There we go.
this is an example of what I was talking about, the many layers. I watched her do this over at the Art Hub, Fresno Art Hub, and layer after layer getting lighter and more beautiful. It's really fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And so do you have any shows going on right now?
I am part of the Magpie Springs Cellar Show in Southwest Australia. And I was invited by Avril Thomas to be a part of this fabulous event.
Wow.
And it is, you donate a 4x6 painting to help raise funds for cancer research. And so I did an oil painting to send to them, and it is a part of the bidding where you can actually go online and bid for these paintings, and the monies will be given to cancer research. So
how
I'm very
fabulous.
proud of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering if he had a picture. Is he there? There you go. There it is. A Small World, and there was over 200 artists a part of that. And it is an amazing collection. Some of the top artists in America, in the United States,
That is
sent
wonderful.
work.
I love
and,
to see people do things like that, to use your art to help somebody.
the whole world came together. That's what amazes me, is that so many, over 200 artists sent work for this fundraiser.
Wow.
And I was very honored to be a part of it. And I hope you all go to their site and bid on these paintings to raise awareness and to raise funds for cancer
Okay,
research.
you want to give them that?
I'm hoping it's on there because I wasn't
okay.
able to bring the info.
If you don't get it there, you can always get in touch with us. But it's very important to back this because of the wonderful things it's doing for cancer.
Definitely. We want to see it eradicated, in my opinion. I'm done with it. I've had enough.
Well, so what? You're in the Fresno Art Hub, aren't you?
Yeah, I have a piece in the Fresno Art Hub. I'll be putting, hopefully next month, I'll be putting 2 more pieces in there. And that's over on Van Ness, across from Ampersand, right across the street from Ampersand. I will be painting there on Thursday Art Hub night in November. So it'll be from 5 to 8, the first Thursday. So please come and join us. I'll be there.
Yes.
And then I am booked for commission work through next year. So I do have a waiting list.
Okay, so if you want one of her paintings, you've got to sign up now.
So thank you.
So it's so important for people, if you're not really into art enough that you really go and see something because you love it. It's for all of you who haven't done that and want to be introduced to the creativity of these artists. Go to Art Hop night. They have a little entertainment. They have beautiful, beautiful art to watch, and it's saleable. I mean, you can really buy it.
And you're welcome to ask questions. I love it when people ask questions about what I'm doing, what the process is, what my materials are, what type of canvas I use. And I love to educate because I feel that we really need to educate people about that art is just not a hobby. It is a profession, and it was a recognized profession for many, many years. And I feel that this needs to be brought back, this awareness to that. So.
Yes, that's what I feel about it. And I feel that if you think about the things that are in your life, whether it's magazines or something you buy, furniture, anything, everything practically that we have in our lives has an artist involved somewhere along the line.
Definitely.
So I'm hoping you really will learn to appreciate this wonderful people, and I'm going to let her go now, and she's going to come back another time, right?
Right, I sure will.
Okay. Thank you,
so
Lynn,
much.
for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be right back.